Hey, good morning, everyone. You've been told attraction is about appearance, about symmetry, style, charm. You've been taught that if you say the right things, wear the right clothes, project the right image, you'll be wanted, chosen, loved. But let me ask you this. If it's all working, why do so many people still feel unseen? Why do connections fade even when you did everything right? Why do relationships feel shallow even when you're admired? It's because attraction that's based on performance doesn't last. It might spark attention, but it will never build a connection. Because the truth is this: authenticity is your secret weapon. It's the one thing that can't be faked, copied, or commodified. And once you learn how to live from it, speak from it, love from it, you don't just become attractive, you become unforgettable. Let me show you why. Most people live behind a mask, polished, controlled, pleasant, but guarded. They say what's safe. They show what's acceptable. They perform for connection, then wonder why it feels empty. Authenticity isn't about being loud, raw, or oversharing. It's about being rooted in who you actually are and expressing it without apology. It's not about showing everything. It's about hiding nothing. And when someone sees you being real in a world addicted to image, it stops them in their tracks. Because deep down, we're all craving something real. Something unfiltered, something human. Here's what no one tells you. Authenticity is rare. Not because it's hard, but because it's vulnerable. It requires you to stop performing, to let go of needing to be liked, to risk rejection for the sake of truth. But that risk, that's where attraction deepens. Because people don't fall in love with your image. They fall in love with your essence, not the version of you that tries to be what they want, but the version of you that owns what you actually are. Confidence isn't just walking into a room with swagger. It's walking in with your whole self. Flaws, fears, softness, truth, and not shrinking any of it. Authenticity changes everything, not just who you attract, but how you feel in your own skin. You stop chasing. You stop fixing. You stop rehearsing every text, every outfit, every conversation. You simply show up. Fully. Freely. Honestly. And the right people respond. Not out of obligation, but out of resonance. Because when you show up real, you give others permission to do the same. And that's the beginning of intimacy. Not games, not roles, not perfection, just presence. Attraction isn't about being irresistible to everyone. It's about being magnetic to the right ones. And that only happens when you stop hiding the parts of you that matter most. Your quirks, your humor, your edge, your vulnerability. They are not liabilities. They are your fingerprint, your emotional signature. The thing that makes you memorable in a world of copies. When you water yourself down to be liked by more people, you make yourself unforgettable to no one. But when you own who you are, even if fewer people resonate, the ones who do, they feel you, and they stay. You weren't born trying to be liked. You learned that. You were born expressive, curious, unfiltered. But the world shamed your weirdness, mocked your honesty, punished your softness. So you adapted. You became nice, cool, safe. But here's the thing. Authenticity isn't lost. It's buried. And once you choose to unearth it, your entire presence changes. You become the kind of person who walks into a room and doesn't need to be the loudest. Because your energy speaks first. Not polished, but powerful. There's something magnetic about someone who owns their truth. They don't flinch in silence. They don't rush to fill space. They don't try to control how you perceive them. They simply let you experience them as they are. No script. No armor. That kind of person? It is unforgettable. Because in their presence, you feel safe. Not because they're perfect, but because they're real. And realness is the most attractive trait in the world. So, if you're tired of surface connections, if you're tired of performing for love, if you're tired of being liked but never felt, come back to yourself. Because your authenticity is not just enough. It's your superpower. It creates gravity. It builds trust. It makes you undeniable to the people who are meant to find you. The irony is, the moment you stop trying to be attractive and just become real is the moment you become the most attractive person in the room. If this message spoke to something deep inside you, subscribe now. We're not just building a channel here. We're building a space for people who are tired of pretending and ready to build connections that actually mean something. Because in a world full of image, you choosing to be real is the boldest, most beautiful thing you can do.